The Vergas Show is brought to you by Spanky Stone Hearth, casual fine dining on beautiful Rose Lake. Vergas State Bank, your locally owned community full-service bank. Vergas Event Center for gatherings large or small, including weddings. Vergas Liquor Store, where all the profits profit Vergas.
Make the right call. Call Hanson's, the most trusted name in plumbing and heating.
Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hanson. Thanks for joining me today. I'm here with Carol Albright, part of the Vergas Arts Group. Thanks, Carol, for bringing us into your amazing studio. It's this little hidden gem that we just don't know about, so that's why we're here. We're going to tell you about it. But you guys have something going on, Carol. It's really exciting what the Arts Group has done, all the different things you've brought to town, and this is just something new again. So I'm going to let you go ahead with it.
Okay, well, the Vergas Arts Club started probably last December.
Yeah.
Just a small group who was interested in the arts. And right away we kind of dove into a couple of things. We had a piano performer, and we also had hosted the Shimoleski Brothers
Polka Fest. In fact, I've heard a lot of people want to know when the next Polka Fest is going to be.
I know. So that was quite a hoot, hoot and holler. And then we helped with the park fundraiser.
Yeah, the Lunar for the park.
Yeah, we joined the Parks Board in trying to raise funds for the renovation of the park. Okay. And we sold these loons, and then people decorated them, and we had a silent auction. Well, our next event is the Backroads Studio Crawl.
I love it.
And I love the name.
I do too.
Jim Stinger came up with that. He's on our board, and he designed the poster for us. There are 9 stops and 13 artists. So there's the Lost Highway Pottery. Forest Edge Gallery actually features 5 artists. And then we have MW Pastry. We are including the pastry shop and Bailey's True Blue Flower Farm.
Sure. Their businesses,
because they're artistic.
They're artists and they're what they do.
Right. They may not be considered quote unquote fine artists, but who cares? We're not here to talk about
We're
that.
Backroads.
We're Backroads, yeah, Studio Crawl. So, and then of course my spot, and we have True Blue. We have David Goodman, who's a young painter, and we have Leona Rogers. And then we have Turning Nature, Dan Mudrow, wood turning. And we also have Jody Markward. Now, some of these folks will be doing demonstrations.
Oh, fun.
So for instance, Jody, who does metal art, is going to demonstrate blacksmithing.
Blacksmithing, okay.
Yes.
Jody just got done for the community club making some of the looms that you'll see around town, and he's just a great artist.
Right. So I think the blacksmithing will be interesting.
That will be interesting.
And then the wood turning. And I'm going to have some clay out here for people to play with, and I can do demonstrations too, although I hope I'm too busy to demonstrate. So come on out. But the idea is for you to spend the entire day in Vergas, in and around Vergas. So you can just travel up through the back roads here and hit all the studios, maybe have lunch at Billy's,
right,
or the Loon's Nest.
So the times are like 10 to 3.
10 to 3.
And so yes, you could come and have breakfast and then go on the tour.
Yeah. Breakfast at the Loon's Nest.
Breakfast at the Loon's Nest there.
Start the tour, then go to lunch at Billy's or the Loon's. You could go back to the Loon's Nest. And then if you push it long enough, you could have dinner at Spanky.
Yes, you could. You could have the whole day.
There's plenty of shopping to do in Vergas, as you probably well know. So there's what we have is we have some new artists who haven't been
now
featured.
Tell me a little. Leona Rogers.
Leona Rogers does those paper flowers that are wonderful. She had them at the Forest Edge Gallery, and she'll open up her studio. David Goodman does some paintings. I'm not really familiar with them, but he's got some pretty funky looking paintings here. So stop in. One thing to keep in mind for his studio is there's basement stairs.
Okay, so there are stairs at some of these.
But otherwise you should be able to get in.
Into all of them.
And then my studio is new. We built it in 2019 when we retired. So a lot of people might be curious to see
Oh,
what I've got
absolutely.
in here, and I've got so much stuff. It's just crazy.
So all of the studios will be open, and
Yeah.
then there'll be opportunities for people to purchase fine art or
Right.
any of the art that at any of the studios. Is
Right,
that the
right.
premise of it? Okay.
And then each studio will have a door prize.
oh, well, that's
Yes.
kind of fun.
So you can register for a door prize.
Okay.
And it's free.
Oh, it's free to go on
Yes,
it. There's
it's
no
free to go
cost
on,
for it.
no
Oh.
charge. And I think it'll be just a fun day to check out all the art.
Now, have you done studio crawls yourself before, Carol?
No, I've never been in one.
No, I've
No.
I've heard about them, and so I'm really excited to go on this. And
Yeah.
and what the beauty of this is going to be the timing of the leaves on those back roads. It's going to be
Right.
beautiful.
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're starting to turn now.
They're starting
so
to turn, and
It'll be a
and-
nice day. Even if it rains, it'll be it's fun to be out in the rain and then stop in and
in a nice warm studio
a
and
nice
just see
warm
what people
studio.
are doing.
Maybe
Yeah.
have some apple cider and
Right,
some
and
snacks.
so so what do you hope to show in your studio, Carol? What
Well-
you're going to do some clay? You said. And-
Yeah, I'm gonna have my clay here available. So I'm a retired teacher, so I have to tell everybody about the process, and
Well, of
and
course.
I'm gonna have some clay out too. I think for people to play with if
Okay.
they want to, and I can do demonstrating. And then I just have a whole variety of work here. My loons have become quite popular.
They
Can
have.
I sneak
Yes, let me
over
grab
here?
one of them. Yeah.
They have become quite popular. They're my COVID loons. They kind of defy realism, but that's okay.
That's okay, right? When you
If you love color. And I just have a lot of stuff. In fact, I'm also going to have a sale table. So
oh, that's kind of fun too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the arts group, when they get, how often do you meet? Are you looking?
we meet
for,
once a month.
Okay.
And it's been at Billy's at 2:00 in the afternoon on the second Thursday of the month.
Okay.
And
Are you looking for new people ever?
we will take whoever wants to join us.
Yeah, because there's so many just different mediums of art that people.
Right,
I mean,
right.
that's what I love about this. I mean, Maddie at MW Pastry. I mean, she's an artist with her pastry.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And I mean, she's a pastry chef, and the same with Bailey and her flowers. I mean,
Yes.
she puts together some of those bouquets.
They're
I mean,
beautiful.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
There's an art to that.
Yep. And we have in our group the arts club, which, by the way, you know that the community club is kind of our mother organization.
Sure.
We kind of fall under their umbrella
Right.
now to get started. They've provided funding, so that's good for us. We have a theater person on our board. We have a music person, visual arts. We have educators. We have Helena Johnson, who's one of the owners of the Forest Edge Gallery. So we have, like you said, a variety of
Well, and I
media
think that's so
represented.
important because, every time we talk about different visions and things like that in the community of how to have art on the outside and art, just to bring people, whether they recognize it or not, there's just that subtle uplift of when you're anywhere where there's art.
Yes.
It just
Yes.
makes you feel
It
good.
speaks to everybody.
It does.
It speaks to a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'd like to make it more visible.
Right.
So like Detroit Lakes is doing a lot of murals. So that might be something
I think that's a
that
fun
we'd
idea.
like to,
Right.
incorporate.
Well, I just really applaud what you guys are doing, and I want to just kind of recap this. And so tell me the times, the places.
Okay, so it's
and
Saturday, September 23rd, 10 to 3. It's free, open to the public, door prize at every studio.
And how many studios are
There
there?
are 9 stops. There are 13 artists because the Forest Edge they have
Right.
five of their usual artists, and you folks are all familiar with those people.
Well, you're going to
wonderful
want to
stuff.
come and spend a whole day in Vergas because,
Yes.
like we said, you can start with lunch. You can start with breakfast, go on the tour, come back for lunch, go on the tour, and then stop for supper. And you would just really have I mean, I can't even imagine how much fun it is going to be stopping in all of these because
I think
each
so.
studio, like I know you're preparing, is preparing,
Right.
and they're looking forward to having you stop into their studio
It's
to
all-
show you what you do.
Right, and for people to ask questions.
Right.
It's always fun to meet artists.
Well,
and
it's fun
talk
to
about
and,
the
and how they
process.
do it, and then the other thing that's fun about it is to, a lot of times, I mean, I'm your neighbor, Carol. I've never been in your studio before, and so I mean, it's just
That's
amazing.
A lot
for-
of people,
right?
a lot of people have it. So
And so I think you're going to just find a lot of hidden gems at these 9 different stops and these 13 different artists. And I thank you, Vergas Arts Group, for putting this together.
thank you.
All right, you have a good day in Vergas, and make sure you stop September 23rd in Vergas.